Hello and welcome. My name is Kyle FtW and welcome back to another Black Ops Cold War video. Today I am bringing you guys my best game of Cold War to the date. I got this gameplay right before I left, or right before Christmas actually. I think it was one of my last games of the day, and this is one of my best gameplay in this game, and I did really well. In my personal opinion, I think I'm not going to spoil the score or anything, but it was a very fun gameplay. We're playing some domination on raid. I know I'm using the MP5, yes, but this gun really isn't used that much anymore in this game. I don't really see very many MP5s in my lobbies, pretty much ever. Now that they nerfed it, and I absolutely went in with this weapon in this gameplay. I'm not going to spoil the score or anything, but it was a lot of fun, so hopefully you guys enjoy it. Now, it's been a long time since I've done a standard commentary here on the channel. It's been just a very long time where I just sat here and just talked about whatever I wanted to talk about, and being that it's a 10-minute gameplay, a little bit over 10 minutes, I have quite a bit of time to talk about whatever I want, but knowing me, we'll probably go over, but I'm going to try my best to not go over, because, I mean, I just tend to start rambling on and on, and then the gameplay is over, and then I have to put in some other gameplay here in the video, but I'm going to keep an eye on that scoreboard and make sure that I don't go over. But I'm going to put the class up on the screen right now for you guys to take a look at. This is the class I was using actually in my MP5 versus AK-74U comparison video, so if you want to check out that video, that will be linked down below in the description, but that's what I was using within this video. And I don't know if the matchmaking wasn't right or if I was just really in the zone. I think I might have been at like maybe an hour and a half of playing at this point in time, and I just got very lucky with the matchmaking, just incredibly lucky. But I also know raid very well. I've played this map just an insane amount of times. I've played Call of Duty since Black Ops 2, which is of course where this map originated in, and just this map is absolutely incredible. And even in Black Ops Cold War, where it's not quite as good as it was back in Black Ops 2, it's still a great map and still flows very well. And here, I get outplayed for sure. I think there was a guy to my left and there was a guy right in front of me. So that's my first death of the gameplay. There's quite a few deaths in here, but the KD is what makes it my best gameplay of the game. But I was just in the zone, and I was just really feeling this weapon. As you guys know, I switched my controls. I switched my aiming and shooting controls, and normally they were R2 and L2, and now my aiming is R1 and L1. And I've noticed a massive difference actually in my playing. I just noticed that having the buttons that you normally throw grenades with, those buttons allow you to shoot quicker and be able to tap fire better than if you had the L2 and R2 or the RT and LT triggers, because the triggers you have to pull down to a certain amount, and the little buttons on top you don't have to push down all very far to be able to shoot, which it kind of made the big difference in this gameplay, and has made a big difference in just me playing Black Ops Cold War over the past couple of weeks. I've just noticed a big change in my gameplay experience by switching those things, by switching those buttons. Also, what I wanted to talk about today was I've heard quite a few things about skill-based matchmaking within this game, and how they think it might have been toned down a little bit, or there might have been some changes with it. And I honestly think that there actually might have been some changes, because I was playing Black Ops Cold War yesterday, and I got about 4 or 5 gameplays with, above a 3 KD or very close to it, and only about 2 games of very competitive matches, to where it sort of feels like Black Ops 4. Those guys who played Black Ops 4's multiplayer, you would know that the skill-based matchmaking was, there really wasn't skill-based matchmaking. There was more lobby balancing. So sometimes you'd have really good players in your lobby, sometimes you would have very bad players in your lobby, and sometimes you would have a mixture of players. And that's what I've been feeling more when I've been playing Black Ops Cold War lately, is that I feel like I'm playing with a wide variety of players. I'm not always playing against good players. Now, this is a little bit of a theater mode glitch, but I start the first half 25-7, and I already have all of my streaks. So I've gotten 7,000 score already, and we're only in the first round. I do apologize for this little glitch. It glitched out in theater mode, but already we're on our roll. I have myself my harp, I have myself my VTOL, and this gameplay is already going really well. And one of the big things, I'll go back to SBMM here in a second, but one thing I wanted to talk about as well very quickly is that one thing I noticed is that if you get a very good war machine usage, the odds of you getting a better gameplay goes up immensely, because for those of you guys who don't know, the War Machine actually gives you and counts towards your kill streak. So if I'm on a 7 kill streak and I pull out my War Machine and get 4 or 5 kills, I'm going to be getting an insane amount of score, because at a Merciless or a 10 gun streak, you actually get 10,000 score, or 2,000 score, sorry. Pardon me. You get 2,000 score, which is absolutely incredible. And that's the biggest difference in this gameplay, is that I got a very, very good War Machine usage, which gave me this VTOL. And the VTOL is a super fun streak. I unfortunately don't get very many kills in this gameplay, but with the VTOL, because they were shooting them down very, very quickly. And this is like the second time I've ever used this streak, so I was kind of getting used to it still. But I've been getting much more used to this kill streak, and have been really enjoying using this. I have another gameplay that I might use for a news video or whatever on satellite using the VTOL, and it absolutely goes in. So here, as you can see, the enemies have both flags, and I'm kind of just, and they also have a counter UAV up. So I don't want to call in my harp yet, because that would just be an absolute waste. One thing I kind of wish that they would do is they would improve the time that the harp is active, and my teammate, or I call in my harp here once the counter UAV goes away. And this is of course just an amazing kill streak. I do wish it lasted about a minute to a minute and a half. I think that would be really cool, but it only lasts for about 40 seconds, and I think I only get a couple of kills here, and unfortunately that guy outplays me. I was ready for him, but just because there's a VSAT in the air doesn't mean that you can just win every single gunfight. You can prepare for pretty much every gunfight, but you can't win all of them all the time. But the VSAT is just a great streak, and I'm very happy that it's in this game. As I said in my Season 1 coverage, if there's a dog kill streak in Season 2, I'm pretty much going to be using dog, VSAT, and maybe chopper gunner, or maybe VTOL. I haven't decided yet. Pretty much exclusively when I play this game, because it's just going to be an absolutely amazing streak. But back to skill-based matchmaking very briefly. We kind of went away from that for a little bit, but I definitely wanted to keep talking about that, because I have noticed quite a bit of a difference. Obviously, I didn't play Call of Duty yesterday before yesterday. I didn't play Call of Duty for about 4 or 5 days, so maybe that's why the SBMM didn't feel super strict. But I'm going to play here after this commentary is done and see how the SBMM is. But it's definitely felt like it's been toned down quite a bit since even when I played this game last, which is nothing but good news, of course. I don't mind SBMM to a degree. I think it's fine to be in Call of Duty. What I don't like is when it is super strict and super strict, because for very good players to have barely a 2KD, barely over a 2KD, is just, it shouldn't be the case. It just shouldn't be the case. And that, I can't imagine being a professional Call of Duty player playing a Call of Duty game where everybody is so good in my lobbies that I can't even get a 2KD overall in the game. That would just be horrible. It would be a very unfun experience for me. And I have a 1.69 KD EKIA, I guess, and my lobby's already pretty competitive, well, were. And then, I couldn't imagine being an even better player. It would just be horrible. It would be no fun at all to play the game. But I just feel like it's been toned down quite a bit. I'll see if that's actually the case when I play the game today or not, but it just feels like that to me. And here I have another good War Machine streak. I almost actually died. If you guys saw right earlier, I actually almost died. And here I get all of my streaks again. I get a second VTOL and a second harp in this gameplay, which is just insane. And that's why this is my best gameplay. I overlapped 6,500 streaks in one game. And that is just something that I think makes this gameplay very special for me personally, because I think, it's very hard to get gameplays. And I mean, I may not be the best player ever, but I do get good gameplay sometimes, and I do try my best to do as good as possible. And I mean, you could say that, oh, I use the MP5, that kind of takes away from the gameplay a little bit. And I mean, you could be right. I mean, if I was using, maybe the KSP or some worse SMG, maybe I would not get this good of a gameplay, but I don't think that really matters, because it's, things can still change and things can still go wrong in a gameplay no matter what gun you're using. And I think this is just a special gameplay. And I don't think the players I was playing against were too bad either. I think I just got very lucky, and I was just kind of in that flow. If you know what I'm talking about, for those of you guys who have played Call of Duty for a while, once you kind of get warmed up and you get into that flow and you're consistently hitting your shots and you're not missing very much, you start to do really well, and that is what this gameplay is for me. And I finished with a final score of 63 and 12 with 9 objective points. And just one of my best gameplays of all time. I get 16,000 score. Just an absolutely amazing gameplay, and I really, really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys did enjoy this video, a like rating is always appreciated. If you want to check out any of my other previous Black Ops Cold War videos, you can feel free to check those out down below within the playlist in the description. And I'll see you guys all on another Black Ops Cold War video very, very soon. Or actually, no, I'll be back with a special video tomorrow for New Year's Eve, so I'll see you guys then.